Hello everyone, thanks for tuning in to today's second video during JMA Friday for today's second video. So as always on a Friday we're having a look at the weather for the variable Japanese and the CFS V2 models, and I shall get on that for you in a moment. Just say about the first video today was 6 AM upload, and we've got 10 to 14 there coming up to you later on this afternoon. That will include all other regular features. We're live streaming after 10:30 tonight, so if you're around the channel after 10, make sure you check out the live. Right, we're going to start off with the week 1 500 millibar height anomaly from the North Pole and Arctic view down. So that's the North Pole just there, wider Arctic circle around there, and then the mid-low latitudes around there. So blue is extrapolating to below average heights, which is low pressure, yellow, orange and red to above average heights, which is high pressure. These 500 millibar height anomalies are broken down into week periods. The first week period will take us from today, the 20th through to the 27th of January. The coming week will be dominated by high pressure, sitting over most parts of Western and Northern Europe, to be honest, with low pressure down across southern Europe. Wind's probably coming in from quite a chilly easterly direction, so I would imagine there could be frost and fog with that. A gruesome twosome. Week 2 will be the 27th of January to the 2nd of February. High pressure still in control, sitting just to the north of Scotland. Around that, we could be bringing in a wind from quite a chilly northeasterly direction. So weeks 1 and 2, anticyclonic and probably quite cold. And then big changes weeks 3 and 4, which will be the 2nd to the 16th of February, as low pressure deepens in the Atlantic and high pressure sort of declines to our south and east. That allows southwesterlies to come back, and so that's turning milder, wetter and windier as we go through the first half of February. Let's confirm that with the tropical and mid-latitude view. So we can't see the Arctic, North Pole, Greenland, Iceland, Scandinavia, all those areas off chart up here. However, as we've had a look at that view down, we know what's going on. So for week 1, we've got above average heights right over the country and across much of Northern Europe as well. So the model is predicting actually a milder average week for Scotland. I'm not sure about that, but a milder average week is predicted for Scotland and Ireland, near normal for England and Wales. Notice a cold week across most parts of the continent there. Week 2 will be the 27th of January to the 2nd of February, with high pressure sitting just to our north. Again, about average temperatures, really a bit mild average for the far north of Scotland, near normal elsewhere. Still looking quite cold on the continent. I reckon weeks 1 and 2 could be quite cold, really. And large number driving average side as well, so dry weather with that area of high pressure, of course. And then weeks 3 and 4 deepens low pressure in the Atlantic and sends a jet stream our way once again. So we're going milder than average. The yellow colours are reappearing, temperature going around 1 to 2 degrees above normal. And we start to go wetter than average as well as the low pressure returns from off the Atlantic. So a mild, wet first half to February there. Right, let's see how that compares with the CFS V2. Again, these are 500 millibar height anomalies broken down into week periods. The first week period takes from 20th to 26th of January. The coming week with above average heights over and to the east of the country. Winds kind of coming in from an easterly direction. Or much this with JMA there. And then we go through the week 2, which looks very similar to the JMA as well. This is 27th of January, 2nd of February. High pressure bed is to our north. Around that, we'll be bringing in the winds from an easterly direction. That looks quite cold. Mainly dry as well. Big change to week 3, in line with JMA again. This is the 3rd to the 9th of February. Low pressure comes back in from off the Atlantic, so that turns us milder, wetter and windier. And then week 4 is also dominated by low pressure, 10th to 16th February. Low pressure in off the Atlantic and along the jet stream as well. Uncanny that they're so similar to one another this week. That doesn't always happen, so good agreement between the JMA and the CFS in the weekend. Temperature anomalies from the CFS for the 20th, 26th of January, mild and average in the north, cold and average in the south. Notice how cold it is over on the continent. Week 2 also looks rather chilly at the very least. This was 27th of January, 2nd of February. About average temperatures predicted there, colder on the continent. If winds coming in from an east-southeast direction, it's probably going to be colder than average. Week 3, it goes milder, just a little bit. 3rd to 9th of February, temperatures start to pick up. And then actually doesn't look overly mild for week 4, which I'm a bit surprised about. 10th to 16th of February. Get about average temperatures. I expect if we did get that low pressure coming in off the Atlantic, it would probably be milder than that. And then lastly, the precipitation anomaly for week 1 is drier than normal. Week 2 is also drier than average. So a dry second half January. Low pressure back in for week 3. So that's turning wetter 3rd to the 9th of February, particularly so to our south, however. That might cause a little bit of snow as that transition takes place, because it is coming from like more from the south really into that cold air. So that's one to watch. And then week 4 is the 10th to 16th of February again. Looks a little bit wetter than normal. Right, so good agreement between the JMA and the CFS for the way forward. We start off quite cold and dry with high pressure dominating weather. That probably carries on until the end of January. Then low pressure returns into February, turning wetter, windier. There is a transitional period that might produce some snow. And then the Atlantic looks like it's back in business for the first half of February. We'll be back later on. That's all you missed. You could look completely different next week. Just a snapshot, remember. Any forecast beyond 5-7 days comes with big health warnings attached. We'll be back later on with the 10 to 14 day, including all our breaking features. So do come back for that. For this week's JMA Friday, that's all for now. And thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.